Welcome to week 7 of the 75 hard challenge. So day 43 was a Sunday. I got up. I actually did exercise before I went and took a shower. And we did some errands, and then we ended up going outside. We just walked in the neighborhood. I had grand plans to take a video for you. Grand plans. And I reached into my pocket and voila, the phone was not there. The second half of my walk was very difficult because I'm like, where in the heck is my phone? And you know, if you don't know where it's at and you think it's going to be somewhere, oh my word, all you do is panic. So we were actually retracing some steps because we had done an out and back kind of deal. And so I'm like scanning for my phone. Luckily, the phone was in the car from when we ran errands and all was well. However, I did not get a video of us walking. No worries, it was just in the neighborhood behind us, in the empty neighborhood where they have yet to build and around the new area where they have built. So you've actually seen that area before. 45 minutes inside done, 45 minutes outside done. I lost my phone though, so I was a little panicked on the second one, but I found it was in the car. But that day actually ended up pretty decently. I was happy with what I've done. So day 44 was a Monday, and I did not let that stop me. Jason got up, and while he was in the shower, I started my exercise. I got that done, and then I was on a mission because I knew I was going to be leaving the house at like 8:45-ish, give or take. And so I had to shower, and then I took the dog out for a long walk so that she would have time to do her business and to run off some energy. I left the house at about 8:45 and I hooked up with my nephew, and we actually went and roamed around a graveyard. I like graveyards, what can I say? We actually did find some graves of people that have requested pictures of the gravestones of their family members. So we tromped all over the graveyard. And on one of the people that we were looking for, I looked down, I'm like, her spouse is married at the halfway African American cemetery. Never heard of that one. So of course we had to go looking for it because it was only a couple miles away. And while we were looking, we're like, look, there's a Jewish cemetery just a couple blocks away. Let's check that out. The Jewish cemetery was kind of disappointing because half of it had a stone wall around it and half of it had a chain link fence. All of the entryways were chained and locked shut. And not that I wanted to, but I thought it was very interesting. They had barbed wire around the top of it. The graveyard looked very, very well tended. You could see that people had been coming in and taking care of it, but you know, I couldn't get in there. So I kind of had to look from the outside. So with that disappointment, we headed over to the African American graveyard. And this is one that in right about 2020, they actually had a group of people that said, you know what, we need to preserve this. So they went in and started cleaning up and doing everything. And they've put a walkway back, they fenced it. It's actually really neat area. It's very overgrown, it's very trees. The sad part is, if I remember correctly, there was about 400 people that were buried there. The last burial was in 1930, give or take. And only about 45, 50 of them had gravestones to begin with. And those gravestones are in bad shape. Like you could see when they were cleaning them, they would pick pieces and they were trying to piece them together. So where you see the gravestones, they are most likely not where the grave was. There was a couple that like, we think this is where the grave is. But it was neat to see, and I'm so very happy to see that they are actually restoring it. So that was all day. Rolled around and it was a gorgeous day. Got up and did my exercise first thing. I was doing good with my water and my food and everything was fantastic. And then my in-laws called and they said they were going to come help me with my mulch pile. Yay! You know, when they came, I told them, I said, I'm not going to be doing mulch for 3 or 4 hours like I did last week because that just wrecked my knee and it's just not worth it. So we actually only worked for about an hour and a half, and we got a good bit of the pile done. You can see that the mulch pile is much smaller. than it was 2 weeks ago. But you can see over here that this hill is totally mulched. Nice heavy layer of mulch. Yay. You know, I may possibly be trying to read this book as fast as I can because I don't like it, but I want to finish it. I was spot on. My calories were spot on, my water was spot on, everything was there. I spent most of the day at the computer. It was rainy outside and not nice, but it cleared up around 3:30. So when I was making dinner, I threw dinner on the grill outside and I exercised in the yard. It wasn't anything heavy duty, and you know, my step counts were a little bit lower, but I was outside for 45 minutes moving, and so I checked that one off my list. I have no clue what that noise is. It's over in the construction, but it's ruining my video and my outside workout because I have to deal with that. I am going to turn some music on, and what I'm doing today is it's really wet, so I'm on the concrete area, just going to walk in place. I'm going to do a bunch of dance moves, a bunch of Zumba moves, and just do that with some music while the food is in the grill. There we go. Day 47. So yeah, I'm really dreading this walk outside today. I don't know why. It's just like really annoying me. It's really been dreading me. It's cold. It's only 40 degrees, so it's not that cold, but it's cold. I've seen a couple flurries. I just dread it. The non-carpeted areas are where I do my exercise. Look where the dog lays. So I have to do it around her. Lovely. Here we are, it's day 48, already exercised. This afternoon, I hope and plan to go for a walk. Here I am back at the graveyard. Oh my word, it's windy. But that's okay, I'm gonna get it done irregardless. Wow, that was windy outside, but it was fun. I was out there. Big thing happened today, and that is the fact that I finally finished the book that I just started. This book was just slow. I'm getting ready to start another nonfiction because that is the rules, but this last one was a bummer, so. Honestly cannot believe I've made it this far. It's like amazing. It hasn't been easy, but then 75 hard is called hard for a reason. There have been days where I have just ached. The beginning first 2 weeks, going from nothing to like full forced, was rough. There were days where it was cold. There was days where I squeaked it out like last week, and I find myself, here I am. I'm on the downward stretch, and more than anything, I don't want to mess up and have to go back to the beginning. But that's a good motivator.